On Monday, the 29th of September 2025, Monster Hunter Wilds gets its first crossover with Final Fantasy XIV for the Omega crossover. This has a lot of rewards. We looked at this website before, but what wasn't listed, other than the Dark Knight and Pictomancer stuff, having the ability to actually use Pictomancy spells as well as Dark Knight spells, etc., as well as the Omega Planetes fight, what wasn't shown what would be from the harder mode version. Today then, thanks to the Tokyo Game Show 2025, we actually got an update to the website, and right at the bottom you can see a new permanent quest has been added, Planetes Protocol Savage. This again will also be available on exactly the same release time as the normal mode, and of course you need to complete the first mode. The cool thing about this is that there are exclusive rewards for the Savage version, much like there were with the Draken armor for the Behemoth crossover with Monster Hunter World. There's actually a brand new trailer we'll look at as well, but as you can see, there's an Omega M&F, presumably hairstyle. There's an insect glaive with an actual kinsect in the shape of Omega, which is amazing, and then there's sword and shield, which is the Omega weapon and Omega shield with the M&F gear there as well. It looks pretty amazing. There's also supposedly a floating OMG, which is a pendant. They've started to add minions, basically, and other floating or objects or spell effects that can follow you around onto the pendant slot. And of course there's the Sword and Shield, the Omega Attire Alpha, which appears to change depending on the gender that you equip it on, and there's also the what do you call it, the Mandeville Mambo, right, the new emote for there, obviously from the Mandeville questline in Final Fantasy XIV, which is absolutely hilarious, in addition to all of the other event items as well. The trailer looks absolutely fantastic. I have to say, looking at this, it does make me hope that the Final Fantasy version of this crossover is equally as cool. Like, looking at this trailer, I'm going, wow, they really have nailed the Final Fantasy XIV vibe, both with, you know, having Pictomancer and Dark Knight essentially, or at least a limited version of them with actual skills attached to the item bar. They've tried to make it work within their game, and that's really, really cool. So I hope that Final Fantasy XIV's version goes the extra mile and pushes the boat out with what is possible in our game to make it more like Monster Hunter. We saw some of the rewards a while ago with the debut of the special site for the 14 version, but what we haven't seen is all of the rewards, and of course we haven't seen the extreme difficulty version of Arkveld. So presumably that means that there is still Arkveld armor on the table. That is something that I desperately want, and yeah, that's basically on my wish list. Anything else from Monster Hunter? I'm not really sure. Anything is always good, but that would be high on my list, especially when you look at the actual Arkveld armor in Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh my goodness. I don't know if they can get away with putting this into our game. Clipping be damned, I want it. I want it yesterday. It looks so good. But yes, so in theory at Tokyo Game Show tomorrow, which is at like 3 p.m. Japan time, which I think is 7 a.m. my time, I'll probably get to see and make a reaction video to the announcement there. They're going to be showing the Final Fantasy XIV version on stage, and obviously our version of this crossover doesn't come out until October. We don't know if it's early or late October, so we'll have to wait and see. But very excited to play the Monster Hunter version because that comes out on Monday the 29th, and yeah, I need to get the rewards, so we'll probably go and do a showcase in Wilds and do a Wilds video because I'm super excited. If you've never played Monster Hunter Wilds, there are a few performance issues currently that may or may not affect the fun of the game, but if you're on a reasonable sort of specifications rig, you should have no problem, and it's also available on consoles as well, so that might be a better bet for you. But it is a fantastic game. I have absolutely loved Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's definitely got me to blow the dust off my copy and to you know, press the play button again and boot it up. There's a lot of stuff I need to catch up with. So yeah, super excited about that. I thought I'd share this because this crossover certainly looks rather amazing for the Monster Hunter side at least, and fingers crossed that our version is equally as cool, or not better, right? Let's hope that it's even cooler. Anyway, much love. Let me know what you think about the Omega F and M appearance into the Savage quote-unquote version of Monster Hunter Wilds, as well as you know, other predictions for what we might be getting up to within our version of the game and what rewards we might see Fingers crossed for that armor. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.